I'm gonna show you how to play our rhythm races. We have grade 2 and grade 3. So for my second graders, first, you're gonna grab this yellow tub. Right here, it says Rhythm Races grade 2. Inside, you're gonna find everything you need. Let's go ahead and do a little unboxing for you. So you have a little baggie with all of your cards, and then you have the actual rhythm race mat. Inside the baggie, you're also gonna find your little tokens that you're gonna play with. So carefully take out all of the cards. Someone can shuffle these and make it super random, and then place whatever tokens you're using on the starting line, okay? So if I am this little orange piece right here, I'm gonna place them at start. Decide an order to go in. Again, maybe it's your laptop order, maybe it's birthday, you decide, maybe it's even rock, paper, scissors. It's up to you. World is your oyster, okay? So you're gonna put them on the starting piece right here, and then in your order, you're going to take the cards, and from the top of the cards, you should see this little flag right there. You're gonna lift up the card from the top without looking at it, and then whatever it says to go to. So if it says quarter note on the rhythm race mat, you're gonna find the quarter note right here, and you're just gonna move your token to that quarter note right there. Okay, so it's that first little one. After that, your turn is over. You're gonna put this in a little discard pile. The next person goes. Without looking, they're gonna draw from the top again. Theirs says quarter note also. They're gonna hang out with you on that quarter note little spot. Okay, next person is gonna go without looking. They're gonna draw, and what are they gonna get? Ooh, they got a half note. So second grade, remember, that was our special note earlier this year. So our half note, you're gonna look on the mat, you're gonna find, okay, we got quarter, eighth, rest, we got a half note right there. So third player is gonna put their token on that first half note that they see. Okay, so now we have 2 players on the quarter note, 1 on a half note. Maybe it's my turn again, and I'm gonna draw from the top of the pile, and I get leader card. So the instructions are right there on there. It says leader card, draw 2 cards. So I'm gonna draw 2 cards, okay? So I draw 2 cards, and I get a quarter rest, and I get a half note. So if I'm on start, where I moved right there, I'm gonna move first to my half note, which is boop, right over there, and then I'm gonna move to a quarter rest, which is gonna be this one right here. Okay, so now I'm up here, we have a friend still on that half note and a friend still home, okay? Next person draws, and they get a wreck. Oh no, they crash. So their turn is actually over. So they're gonna put that in the discard pile, and then it goes to our third player. So then our third player is gonna draw from our little top of the thing, and they get, what do they get? They get Lapacar. So Lapacar, you're actually gonna choose one of your teammates to skip their next turn, okay? So if it's my turn and Coach K is my teammate and Miss G is my other teammate, maybe I choose Coach K to skip her next turn. Womp womp, it's okay. So then I put this in the discard, and we keep on going, okay? The goal is trying to be the first person to get to that finish line, of course, right there. So super quick, just a little recap. We have our quarter note, eighth notes, quarter rest, and half note. And then that repeats along the entirety of our board until we get there. Whoever is closest to the finish line at the end of the time will be the winner. When you're cleaning up, please make sure that the mat goes back in the box, and make sure that all of these lovely little yellow cards and all of your tokens carefully get placed back into the baggie, which will also go back in that same box. Okay, please make sure everything's cleaned up very nicely before you rotate to your next station. This is one of the more involved rotations, so make sure everything looks just like this before you rotate. If you put the lid on it, that would actually be even more helpful if you could do that before you rotate. So make sure it looks just as nice as you found it so the next team can enjoy. Have fun. This one's gonna be the third grade version. So if you're if you're a third or fourth grader, you wanna make sure you grab this orange tub right here, not the yellow one I just set down. Okay, so all of these rhythms should be rhythms that we've talked about or we've seen before. If it's something that you haven't seen before, we'll figure it out together, okay? So you need one of the mats right here. You can see all of the icons going around the entirety of the board. Obviously, your pieces will start on start. You're gonna try and get to the finish line here. You're also gonna take out one of the purple baggies. Inside the purple baggies, you have your cards. You're gonna set face down, and then your little tokens that you're gonna play with. So choose whichever color you want, set them on start. My suggestion is to use like your laptop numbers or rock, paper, scissors, or some way of deciding an order. Make sure it's fair for everyone, okay? So I'm gonna go first, of course, because Miss Thompson always goes first. We know the rules. I'm gonna draw from the top of my pile. Make sure you can see the checkered flags. That is gonna be how you start. I'm gonna draw from the top of the checkered pile. I draw a Lapikar, so I get to choose immediately another player to skip their turn. So if Coach K and Miss G are my teammates, maybe I choose Miss G to skip her first turn, and she skips out on her first turn, and that's okay. I'm gonna set this in the discard pile. The next person goes, they draw from the top of the pile without looking, and they get a half note. Now remember, our half note friend is our friend that doesn't wear closed-toed shoes. He wears open-toed shoes. So that's gonna be our one that is empty, not colored in, but with a leg still, okay? So I'm gonna go from start, or maybe I'm Coach K in this instance, and she's gonna go from start all the way to our half note, which is this one right here, okay? So boom, up to half note. I haven't moved, that's okay. Coach K's up here, okay? Maybe Miss G goes next, and she's gonna take from the draw pile, just one card, and she gets eighth notes. So then Miss G is gonna take her token to the eighth notes. Whoop, whoop, back to my turn, and I draw a quarter rest. So for my quarter rest, we're gonna go right here for our quarter rest, that third space. And then we get a whole note. There are multiple different cards in here. So I have wreck, where I'm gonna skip my turn. I'm not skipping someone else's turn, I'm skipping my turn. If I get a wreck, I just stay in one place, that's okay. We learned about the Lapikar already. We have our whole note. Our whole note is empty with no feet, or with no legs rather. Okay, so when you get the whole note, you're looking for this friend in blue, right there on my fingers, okay? So that's our whole note. I did the Lapikar, I did the wreck. I think those are, oh, leader card, this is the other special card. So leader card, you're gonna draw two cards. So I'm gonna set this down. I draw one card, I get eighth notes. I'm gonna move to the eighth notes, wherever I see eighth notes. If I'm at this half note, I'm gonna move all the way to the next eighth notes. And then my next one, I get a half note. So if I moved to those eighth notes, I'm gonna move to that half note right there, and then I just keep going, okay? Next person's turn. When you are done, make sure that the cards are still in good condition, number one, but also please make sure that all of them are facing the same direction with the checker flag up. When it is time to rotate, you're gonna put all your pieces back in the baggie. You're going to put your cards also carefully back in the baggie. And if you can seal the baggie and make sure everything goes back in this little bin here. You're gonna put the lid on top and close it for the next group to be ready to go, so it's nice and cleaned up when you're done. Everything should still be in the same condition that you found it. Good luck, have fun. I hope that some of you are some winners.